Hi guys, still I'm back with an exciting new project. This is a layer structure. It will be accommodating 6,000 birds. By the way, if you're still new to the channel, it's Moko Poultry Farm. We are dedicated to bring you each and everything we can in poultry farming. And kindly, if you haven't subscribed to us, just hit that subscription button, and that way you'll never miss any video from us. And trust me, if you work with us, we promise that you will be successful in your poultry farming. Today we are going to share with you this project. It's a remake. We are not the one who started it from scratch. No, it was given to some contractor who failed it. Just the way you can see, that structure collapsed even before putting in a single bird. Like I told you, not each and every person can construct for you a chicken structure. Now imagine this structure was full of timbers, but still it collapsed. We must say that the farmer was lucky enough that he had not put in the flock yet. Just imagine if at all he had all the flock within the structure and it collapsed. What could have happened? But he was lucky enough. So as always, Muku Poultry Farm, we had to come in. Most of the structures we work on are a remake. It's after farmers making mistakes, realizing that the contractors they brought aren't good for the job. So we always come in to clear the mess. We are used to that. So as you see, we just had to start from demolishing. Actually, the structure had to be demolished and we started from scratch, but the farmer had put in a lot of money to do this stuff, but so we couldn't demolish the whole thing. We just had to make sure that at least we start with this one. We had to remove the things which were totally poorly made, like these wood cut-offs, the way they put them there. Now you can see the structure. It's already daytime, but the structure was already dark. So what does this show? It shows that the structure wasn't having enough ventilation. You get it? So just the way you can see, even the structure was short. Like the height for the structure wasn't the one we recommend. So on top of the structure being short, still they kill the ventilation, so we had to clear it. Now you look at the base of the floor. They advised this farmer not to just to put on this plywood. I don't know how you call them in your country, but for us in Uganda we call them plywood, like this wood with a very soft skin. That's what they had put for bedding, and they didn't work at all. So we had to remove each and everything so that we start something much far better than what we found. Like now, the way you can see the wood cut-offs, they were not well aligned. Some were so soft, some were too big, so the thing was like a mess. So we had to clear it, and we make sure that we do something much far better. Just the way you can see. Just keep on watching and you'll compare what we found than what we left after the project was done. So just the way you can see, most of our workers, they are trying to reassemble these wood cut-offs. You remember, the wood cut-offs are the ones we usually use for the floor. So they were there, but these ones were not well aligned and many were weak, so we had to remove them. Remember, these wood cut-offs will be like the one to carry the whole structure. So there are a lot of things we had to do on this structure, like putting on a balcony. Remember, this is a storage structure. A storage structure must have a balcony. Like you, the farmer, sometimes you don't have to go inside your flock. You want to see what's happening in the flock, but from outside. Like now on the ground floor, you can just move around your structure and see what's happening inside the flock. But on the upper floor, you cannot see anything. You just have to go inside if there is no balcony. So we always put a balcony around the structure so that you can even just climb the ladders, move around the structure, you see what's happening. The birds are having food, the birds are having water, and you go. So this structure was in some of our rural areas in Africa. So I had to give you that clear view of what's happening in Africa. Those are some of our local housing, the housing which raised us. Back to the project. Now the way you can see the structure is now already open. It's already open now. We can see that now the air is passing through very well. So now we had to start putting our stuffs. Now the way you can see this rope moving around, this is where our small curtain wall will be passing. This curtain wall, we always use it, we use iron sheets and sometimes we use bricks, so it depends on the customer's preference and the wallet as well. Some people like the iron sheets, using the iron sheets is sometimes cheaper than using the bricks. And remember, for us, we care about our client's wallet. You have to pass we have to think, like, constructing the structure isn't the overall thing. It's just a one step. You have a lot of steps ahead of you. So we always want you to save as much money in your wallet as possible. So after arranging our wood cut-offs, now we had to put on this expanded mesh. This expanded mesh, as I told you in my earlier videos, we use it like to hold the sand. So these poles were not treated by the earlier contractor. So you remember I told you in Africa we have a lot of termites within the ground. So the moment you don't treat the wood before putting them in the soil, trust me, they will be eaten totally by the termites. So we had to try treating some of the timbers, and the new ones we treated them and to make something better. Now you can see our structure, it's already trying to get a new shape. We work day and night, my dear, because we want to beat the time. Like, we give these people the time, like the deadline, so we always want to beat the deadline. Now you can see our small curtain wall. You see, it's already looking nice. We use our iron sheets most of the time, so our structure is already taking shape. So this colleague is trying to add on the eave. Like, these chicken structures have to be with a longer eave. I will explain that later. Now you can see our the mesh. We are trying to put in the mesh, and my colleague is trying to cut the iron sheet so that we meet our small wall, just that you can see it. We want it to look nice, so we put it down and up. You see, you can already see the difference in our structure. We are making the difference. We want our client always be happy about it. Now this is the balcony. It's also trying to take shape already. We are working in teams. One is doing other. We are doing different things at the same time because we always want to beat time. We are always time bad. Like, we always give you a deadline when we will be done with your project. So we always want to beat that schedule. By the way, let me take this opportunity to thank all our clients, because it's through these projects they give us that we show you what we do. And how would you have known that we can do such nice things? It's through the clients who trust us with their work. I think you can see it's already taking a very different shape. Actually, now our structure is looking very nice already. I'm proud to see it's our structure now because it's far different from what we found. I think you can also witness it's far different from what we found. So here we've already started putting the mesh. Like I told you, we use two layers in putting our mesh. There is a small one and a bigger one. The small one, just how you can see if you look through, there is that small one. That small one is for the wild birds. We don't want the wild birds to enter into our structure because they are already wild. They're not vaccinated. They are immune to some diseases, yet our birds aren't. So we don't want to mix up that diseases. Then this square one, it's for the wild animals. Actually, I won't say wild animals because even a domestic cat can enter and eat your birds. So now it's all about timber. We've gone to buy some timber. Remember, this is gonna be a layer structure. In most of our layer structures, we put the laying boxes where the birds lay the eggs from. So our laying boxes, we are constructed on the structure. We put them on the structure. So we have to go to the machine and they cut the timbers for us because these timbers are always too many. So we cannot cut them with our hands. It will be a heavy task. So they cut most of them for us. Then we just do the cutting. Now you can see the radars. These were the older radars and the new ones. I think you can see the difference. We had to put on our new radars. You can see them. Are they stairs or ladders? I'm confused about that. So these are ours. Like, they are very nice. They are First of all, they are looking nice. Secondly, they are user friendly. These are the laying boxes. They are almost ready. Remember, we make them from the ground and then after we install them where they need to be. This one, my colleagues are trying to put on the eave. Remember, I told you we open the entire structure. In most of our structures we construct, we give them enough height, so we don't need to open all the sides because it gets already enough ventilation. But this structure was short, so we had to make sure that we open all the sides so that it gets enough air through the structure. I'll explain the importance of having enough aeration in the structure maybe in the next video. So you can already see the structure. It's already looking very nice. And now this is our balcony. It's the behind balcony. I think you can already see it. We put these rails. The rails helps in accidental falls. You see, one of my colleagues is trying to fit them well so that in case of an accident, you cannot fall. You have where to hold yourself from. Now these are our laying boxes. You know, now this balcony helps you to just pick the eggs. Remember, we don't want a farmer to always go inside to pick the eggs. No, you pick the eggs from outside. I think I'll also make a video to show you how these eggs come outside, like these laying boxes. So this is our structure. Now we are installing the covers for the laying boxes. We are trying to make them. I think you will see after the structure, like these laying boxes, when they are done. Now they are all finished. We put the covers so that when the eggs are well covered within the laying box. Now this is the ground floor. It's already looking nice. Now I think we are doing a general cleaning because we are almost done with our structure, so we had to do a general cleaning before we start out casting on top. On the upper floor, we had to first clear the ground floor so that we can start. Now it's time to start our last step. Actually, this very step is very important on this structure because it includes a lot of technicalities. Not every person can practice this step. So in case you have one of your contractor, you always advise them to be very careful about this step. It's about, here we mix sand, cement and some other stuffs, but the technicality in this step is that you don't have to put too much. If you put too much, it's a disaster, and if you put little, it won't do the thing you want. So you have to be very careful about it. But for us, it's a piece of a cake because we know what we do. We know what we do. We've been doing this for years. So I think you can already see our colleague is already trying to level the ground very well, and I think you can also witness it's already looking nice and neat. I think now this is our structure. It's almost done. I think you can see the view. It has we partitioned it. Now it has two, it's like four structures, down two and up two structures. So I think you can, let's take a look inside how it looks. Now this is the ground floor. These are our laying boxes, like I told you. That's how it works. I think I'll make a video showing you how it works. So this is one of the partition on the ground floor, because down we have now two partitions. Now I think you can already see the ventilation. The structure is already looking very clear now. Here you're already safe to put in your birds. Like the ventilation is really very okay. Now let's go outside, and I think I'll take you on the upper floor and you see how nice it looks. Now these are our stairs. They're already looking nice. You can pass on them very freely and comfortably. Now we are going up. It's also now two, like two partitions. I'll take you in one of the partition and you see how nice it looks already inside. This is it. I think you can already see the aeration. It's already nice. Now you can freely put the birds inside. You can't be afraid about the ventilation. Everything is just okay. This is the Moku pottery structure. Now we are proud to say that now this is our structure. However bad it was in the start, you can already witness that it's really looking nice. These are our laying boxes. The birds just sit there, they lay the egg moves outside. This is it. So when we go to the back side, I also put some stair there. In case you are going the back side, you have to use these stairs. We use this balcony mostly to pick the eggs. The eggs will be in these boxes, you see. Now this is the back side. You can see a clear view. This is the structure. You can also take a look. I think I can now say bye bye. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. Let's keep in touch. Keep waiting. I will soon be dropping you the next video. Bye bye. It's Moku Poultry Farm.